Hello guys, this video is going to be a guide for the last two chiefs for the Continental Challenge event. So, if you guys see right here, right now, I'm fighting the Other World Exploration. You guys are going to reach that point, okay? But I hope that this video is going to be very useful. We're not going to be able to fight against Alphanarsy right here and Telindor. In my opinion, Alphanarsy is the most difficult chief for you fight here for the third season. Okay, it's not easy to fight against this boss. There are some chiefs that's possible to bring here. Okay, don't get me wrong, but it's very hard, very hard. And then you need to make sure that you are going to have very good healers available. Will be able to fight over here. Okay, for this boss here, the best team that your guys is possible to build and to bring here is the shadows. If you have a very nice composition between the shadows, just bring here, okay, and then see how it goes. So when I talk about shadows, guys, I'm gonna come here and just to show here about the shadows. Okay, so come here to the shadows. So we talk about these legendaries here. Okay, just simple as that. Then it's possible to use Taldi, because Taldi is really good to use between the composition of shadows as well. But I mean about the legendaries, all right? Just simple as that. And then it's not just about that. You have to have a very good healer. It doesn't mean that you need to be a legendary, no. Let's say that you use all the possible good healers you have in your account. No problem at all. So you guys know well that the composition between shadows and lightning is the one that's happening for this season. So if you come here, you're gonna see many of epics, right? But between these epics here, you have even healer. You have Nathaniel. You guys can try on that case. I've seen people using Stella is also really good. You guys can use in that case. They are healers, okay? So just in case if you guys need it. But the Nathaniel Stella here is supporters. They are supporters. That's why it's possible you guys counts on, okay? But if you talk here about legendaries, you need to be careful, okay? You have Torin, but Torin can be used in other composition as well, okay? And then we have Zephyr here, that is also part of another composition, you know? That's why I need to be careful, because if you use specific heroes between a legendary they are exactly the most useful supporters to fight against that boss, you know. But you know, otherwise you have to use the epic. But like, just be careful, you're gonna be using these heroes, okay? Just simple as that. And then when I talk about Telendor, guys, Telendor is not, it's like there are one nice composition possible bring. So the best composition to fight against Telindor is going to be in Corrosion here. I mean about Corrosion is exactly all the legendary here, but then it's possible guys bring Jagno as well. But you have one point about this composition, okay? The best composition whatsoever for Corrosion is going to be if you have Rate in your account. That's going to be amazing. You just need Horde as a supporter there, okay? It's something not easy to build, but it doesn't mean that you need to only to count about Horde. No, I'm going to show now here just for you guys have an idea, because there is a composition with Zephyr, right? But you guys can bring also some other composition. I'm going to reveal something secret here about this composition as well. Now when you're gonna be able to build Rook, there is a secret behind that. But then I want you also to know, listen now, this is another thing, okay? I'm going to review something that can be very easy for you fight against Manda. Is a downlist composition here, and there is one secret over here. One secret. I'm going to review about this, going to be the last thing, okay? But like, let's start over here with this guy. Guys, I'm gonna bring here my team just so you guys have an idea. For you build a nice composition team, if you have Rata or if you have the composition that I have, that I'm going to show now, easily you guys can do 400 to 600 million, even over, okay? Depends of the inspiration of your Rook, the inspiration of your team, and a part of equipment as well, all right? Just simple as that. Just listen to me, okay? Because this is important, all right? So let me bring here my composition. So you see the composition here? This is my composition. I'm using this composition here against Telindor. You guys see that because I'm using very useful supporters here, that affected me some other compositions, because I'm using Velocia here, that she's here, and then I'm using Ogok. Okay, check about my placement. Okay, see the position of my pet right there. You know, do not forget about this, you know. So this is my composition. In terms of timing, guys, look at my timing here with my pet, and then we have all the time in there to fight against this boss. But I want to review something here now for you. Okay, so I'm going to bring here, because I know that these guys want to know about this. So 1, 2, okay, 3, 4. Boss challenge. So my team code for this composition is this one. Okay, just in case if you'd like to go for, that's my composition, okay, my team code. See about the equipment right here. Remember about Rook that you don't need to have a mythical gear here. Mythical gear is not going to work with him unless if you only care about attributes, because then another story. If you have excellent attributes between your mythicals, okay, great for you, you know, but just I'd like to remind you that the bonus there of the equipment they are not going to work here, okay? So this is my best equipment, okay? So the secret about these guys, about these compositions is, just remember that this guy you have to have 100%, at least 100% critical rate, okay? In my case right here, I don't have proper 100% there, but like he's useful, okay? Just simple as that, you know. And another thing is like you need to place him the Mountain Echo, because he needs to survive in battle. Otherwise, he's gonna be easily killed by Telendor, okay? And now about Rook, how are you gonna be able to do damage with this guy? So I'm going to show here something. Look at this, guys. See the criticals? So the criticals for Rook, guys, is really important, okay? So what you need to care about Rook when I'm gonna be able to build him, the secret is criticals. Whatever the equipment you have, can be anything, can be defense, HP, whatever. You have to be in critical for him. Otherwise, you won't be able to make damage. Very good damage, to have a very good performance. This is the secret. Just few players know about this. I got this information because I have very nice players playing with me. You know, I talk with these guys every day, mainly the guys from Germany. Mitchell is one of them. Thank you very much. You know, but this is the thing. Rookie now, you have to care about criticals. Whatever the type of equipment, can be defense, can be HP, whatever. Okay, even between the runes, same thing. You're gonna bring something here that have criticals, guys. Do not forget about this. Is the way to build him. Okay, otherwise you're gonna be committing a mistake. If you try to put just attack on him, we can have a 7,000 attack power. If you do not have the criticals, proper criticals, it's not 300% critical damage. You have to have 100% critical rate, but then you have to try to reach 400% over damage, critical damage, or you won't be able to do very good damage. Okay, this is my message about Rook and how you're gonna have a very nice performance. So, you know, I talked about him. Now this hero here, you don't need to care much. If you place criticals, this doesn't matter. This hero here is just more about to place the defense down in that seat, you know. The other ones is more about survivability. It's just about survivability in that seat, you know. You don't need to care about anything else. And you have to care about them survive, okay? But the way we make damage is exactly what I explaining here for you, you know? And then once you care about this, and then you place them to fight. And then we're gonna see here my performance. My performance is not bad. Rata is better, okay? Rata is much better. With Rata, you can reach easily 500 million or even more with Rata, okay? With this team here is not easy, okay? The same thing about temporal vortex. All right, okay, this is my message about this guy. Now the other guy here. So the best team for bring is the Shadows, okay? Is the best team. Shadows is going to be the one here for you bring here, okay? But guys, you can even try to bring Ice Blast team. So for Ice Blast team, I have my Ice Blast team here, okay? So I have here, this is the, no, it's not this team. I think it's between the last one here. So let me see. This one. Is this one? This one, yeah. No, this is the Universe Expedition. I think it's this one, yeah. I think it's this one, if I'm not wrong. No, it's this one here, sorry. This one here, okay? So you guys can use this team here. The problem about this team, guys, for Ice Blast, if you fight against Alphanarsy, you have to do it manually. It's the best way for you to be able to do 250 million there. I'm going to explain to you how you're going to be able to do this. You place them to attack. Okay. You have to control exactly Vinyara. So you see there, just you have to check about the turn meter of the boss, because there are 3 points. So you cannot keep her automatically there, because you need to control her skill, okay? So that's the thing, because there are 3 points here, you're gonna be able to do that, you know? So sometimes I commit a mistake. If you commit a mistake, you have to restart again. You know, you see there? So there are 3 points. I'm gonna try to do the 3 points here just for you guys to understand. Oh, look at that. That's the first one. Now I'm gonna place the second one. That's the second one, and then now I'm gonna place the third one. You have to follow this sequence, okay? That's the third one. You see, you have to always be careful here, you know, to place her skill properly. It's not easy to do this, but it's the way for you to be able to do damage about this guy using Ice Blast team. Okay, that's the thing, guys. You know, unless if you have a Ogok here. If you have Ogok, if you have Velocia for your Ice Blast team, then that's another story. Okay, but if you try to use this team here, this team actually is going to be the same that you're going to be using for against Jatali. It's the same one, okay? But you need to be careful, because there are 3 points of the bosses there, And if you go to use this one, for you'll be able to do at least 250 million. I'll try to do 270 million. You can try, even depend of the type of team you have, their equipment, inspiration, you can reach even 300 million over. But you need to do it manually, okay? For this team here, with shadows, not really. Shadows not like that, you know? But the shadow is possible you even survive well, you know, in terms of the team of the shadow. But you need very good, very reliable supporter there. You know, that's the thing, you know, for the shadows, all right? Now, the last thing here, this is going to be one of the bosses that I already brought a guy to talk about this boss, okay? But it's about Manda. Because you have a new team, and this is going to be very quick, okay? It's a secret here because it's possible to use one team for do very nice damage. That's this one here. Look at this. Look at this team, you know? If you have a whore, that is the Dark Lady, that's enough, you know? But the thing is, this guy here, you guys have to put very good resistance on him, you know, because the skill of the boss put this type of minions here, that's the cannons, okay? The cannon is gonna aim that guy first, you know, that's why he has to have very good resistance. If he doesn't resist to the boss, what happens is she's going to electrocute your other heroes in the composition, and then it's possible that heroes die. So this guy, he has to have a very good resistance. That is the main thing here, okay? There are other way as well. How I did it for the first time that I could be able to do 400 million damage is about talent, and it is about the undaunted here, because this one here has a life steal, and then can help your team survive in battle. But then if you do that, you know, you can, if you do with this hero, even if you are main attackers, there is possible you lose a lot of damage, and that damage can be between 50 million or even 100 million damage. I lost 100 million damage because with this team now I can do 500 million damage with this team here, okay? I did 500 million damage yesterday. It depends, you know, unless if I have very good patience there, if I'm lucky enough. But it's possible I do 500 million damage. So I'm going to show here just so you guys have an idea. Look at this. You know, of course my objective is to reach 500. I did 500 yesterday, but you need to try on, because the problem is, you see this, if you do less, is because the main guy there with the resistance failed, okay? If he failed, you have to try on again, because that's the thing, okay? He cannot fail, he has to resist, you know? And that's why he has to have very good resistance, you know? Otherwise it's gonna be very hard for you to do damage, you know? But that's the thing. See, let's see if I can get at least one of the battles here with very good damage. Yesterday I had lucky. I fought 3 times. The third time I got 500 million damage. Okay. Oh, look at that. 443. And that can go up to 500. But you need to try on. That's the thing. ING on this game, you guys know well how it works, you know. But that is the secret. This guy here, very good resistance, and that's it. All right. Anyway, guys, this is my video. By the way, I would like to share this. This is how I built this team, you know. Just in case, you know, I showed the other ones, and for this team right here, and I have to show here about. So I'm going to share here. So I have this team code about this team, and then I have my other team there. This team here, I have this code as well. That's the team for my Ice Blast team. All right, I hope this video can be interesting for you guys. This is to complete the universal challenge event between these bosses. You know, I didn't bring here the team for shaddowns, but you don't need to care about shaddowns. You know, it's more about survivability there. I showed here exactly the support is possible bring there. You know, that's the thing, you know. And then you need to care about exactly when the boss is gonna be hitting, you know, in terms of the Alphanarsy, because he hit in area. And that's the point. You need to recover the life of your heroes. You need to check exactly time it up accordingly to the hit of the boss. If you do that, I guarantee you're gonna have a very sustainable battle. Anyway, thank you very much, you guys. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe here to my channel. If you link your account already, just link your account every month, guys. That's every month. You can link your account with me, okay? Just link it there. Sky Aesthetic is my code. I always leave this code available for you on the description of my video. But leave your message, you know, all your participation. Also, you're gonna have your chance to get giveaways with me. All right, thank you very much and see you in the next video. Bye bye.